Welcome to Barbell Brigade. I'm Gio.
I'm Charlie.
Salam Mike.
And I'm Lou.
All right, how much does equipment affect your lifts?
Oh, like how much does it help?
Or
Like,
affect?
that you
Yeah,
can wear?
help or
Or you're using.
equipment. Let's do both.
Oh,
but
that's
I-
good. Like what, barbell?
Because I know that
a
the
belt.
Mark Bell slingshot.
Da-da-da.
That helps a lot.
That is a good question. Let's go equipment you wear.
Oh, equipment you wear. I was thinking with you.
And then we'll go equipment you use.
Let's do
Knee
it.
sleeves,
Yeah,
belt, wrist wraps.
And it's a must?
Ollie shoes.
And it's a must.
Must.
They're a must.
Oh, nah. No,
Wait, what happened?
So right now, you're gonna go boxers, do it in your pumps, no belt, what do you squat?
490.
Okay, and then
Maybe 500.
and then with all that, 535?
530.
That's not too much. I wouldn't say that's like reliant. How about you? You're a minimalist. You go nuts right now.
I don't know. Like I've been a gear god before.
Yeah.
I wore a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I think like whatever makes you feel comfortable lifting.
Yeah.
Like some days I really feel like I need wraps. Some days I like, let's see what I can do without them. So I don't know if there's a, for me, PC, I mean like, I don't know if there's a yes or a no. I know when I do use stuff, if I'm beat up from training, it helps me get through the session.
Yeah.
But I think
Longevity.
Yeah, I think for like top end strength, if you do want to develop top end strength, the less you wear, the stronger you get.
What you got?
Well,
Queen
for me,
G?
I'm not too crazy with equipment, but the one thing I do always use are knee sleeves. All the time.
Do you think they help you a lot?
specifically for squats. They help me a lot. Same for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like crazy dependent on it, but it does definitely make a
If I had to
difference.
choose my
Gear helps.
if I had
Yeah.
to choose the gear that I wear and the gear that I lift with, I'd probably choose the gear that I lift with. Meaning
Yes.
I would go
output.
I would go beltless, knee sleeveless for a good rack and a good bar. Like a bar, I've squatted with a bar with no knurling in the middle, more like like an Oli bar or
Slip
something.
City, dude.
And I'll squat like 400 pounds.
Yeah.
But if I have like a squat bar or like a power bar, I'll go like heavy.
It doesn't slip for you?
No, it does. With no knurling, it'll
Yeah.
fuck me up. It'll
Slip
move
City
around.
for sure,
But then like a good one will
Yeah.
boost me up.
So if you're talking about equipment that you would use in the gym,
Yeah.
like I said, I think it depends on the lifter. For me personally,
Yeah.
if I feel better about what I'm using, I probably lift better just because of my confidence.
Big placebo effect, you know?
Yeah.
I like a nice shiny bar.
You do?
And just different things like a rack in like a commercial gym or something might be thinner, so I can't put my hands in the right place. That can kind of jack me up, stuff like that.
What commercial gym has a mono? I mean, there's a
I'm
big
not
difference.
walking out, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people
Well,
don't.
actually,
Damn,
you do
princess.
have to walk out for like a lot of these commercial gyms because the safety
Sometimes
racks
you gotta walk way out,
'cause
halfway
they're-
into the goddamn
safety
parking
racks
lot.
are like already up like half
like
your
here.
waist, and you can't actually hit depth.
It's
with
like a
that.
rack for a 6'6" guy.
It's supposed to be for partial
I
squats.
don't
Oh,
think
that's a
I don't think
quarter
the
squat rack?
gear I don't think the gear or equipment should make the lifter. The lifter should make the lifter,
Absolutely.
but I think that they can aid tremendously in their training.
Yo, what you said before I
100%.
think is huge on like longevity.
Yeah.
I wear a belt at 315 on a deadlift, even though I'm gonna pull well over 600 pounds, just for longevity and peace of mind.
Yeah, I do the
Can
same.
I pull 635 beltless? Probably. Is it the
Nice.
smartest thing I've ever done?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Not.
Yeah. For me, I don't really care too much about like the lifting equipment. I try really hard not to depend on that. Like I know when I'm training specifically my competition lifts, like with deadlifts or whatever, I don't even have like I try not to stick with the deadlift bar until I'm like about a week or two out, so that I can get used to that whip. But other than that, I feel like I don't want to depend on it too much.
Yeah, I mean, deadlifting from, because I'm doing USAPL now, from a deadlift bar to a
Cause
sit
you're
bar.
natty.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
No way.
Oh yeah, no, not natty. How are you gonna get through those cracks?
Only not natty guy with
Yeah.
13-inch arms.
But it does make a huge difference, you know, like me pulling a top set on a stiff bar is really rough, just no slack, knurling super aggressive.
Yeah, you get your hands a little
It's a lot, it feels a lot thicker too. I think that the deadlift bars
yeah,
are
It
is.
does.
Yeah.
You're right.
They are.
And so, I mean, it's kind of tough because you
Do you
really
think that's because of stereotype or because you actually feel it?
I
What if
feel
you
it.
didn't know?
I feel it.
What if I
no,
gave you this
No,
bar?
you absolutely feel it. Like
sure.
I pulled it on a deadlift bar randomly one day, and I was like, man, this feels like nothing. Just that slack and how thin the bar is just super nice.
It's like a raw noodle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stiff bar shows like almost no mercy at all.
So you think it's gonna affect your lift?
Yeah, absolutely.
really?
My numbers are not the same with like a top set on a stiff bar and a deadlift
I
bar.
agree.
Maybe if you came into the lift like confident with both bars,
Yeah,
and you had the same mentality towards both lifts, I believe that you would lift better on the deadlift bar.
I agree.
I don't know. I think whatever I'm training with the most, I'll lift with.
Really?
If I get a good 8 weeks with a certain bar, I think I'll lift the same. I should have pulled the same with the stiff bar as I did in the gym with the deadlift bar, except for a mental error.
So you expect that of
Did
yourself?
the mental error occur because of the bar?
No. I don't think so.
What was the mental error?
I just got ahead of the bar and I locked out my quads too early.
Do you think it's because the bar you're using wasn't the same bars that you were training
I don't
with?
think so. Because when I pulled the other one, it was like straps and all this other bullshit that I was cheating.
Cheater.
Yeah. There's other accounts, right? Like, because it's hard to compare because when you're in a meet, it's like the last lift of the day. You've already maxed squat, you've maxed bench, rather than dicking around with the powerlifting bar in the gym.
Yeah.
But I would way rather have like a nice gear setup than sleeves and a belt.
So then it doesn't really sound right now that equipment really does. I think it's all up to the person then.
Kind of.
I think it helps, and I do agree with you as far as like the longevity and just like keeping consistent because it's gonna help like keep you safe, and it's.
I'm more of a why not, right?
Yeah,
like if you can wear knee sleeves in your competition or in your life, or if you don't compete, like you said, like you wear it when you need it, right? Like why not? Like don't go for like this internet stuff. Like oh it's cheating. Like if it makes you feel good, like fucking go do it.
Yeah.
Like we got in this for health, and then obviously us in our life we go at a little extreme.
Yeah.
Like it's not always health and fitness what we do because we're extreme people and we've dove in so deep into this thing. But in the back of our head we got to be like this is for health.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to destroy my knees with all these squats. Let's throw on some knee sleeves just in case.
What do you say to those that call it cheating?
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. Those are newbies.
It's like going.
Newbies.
It's
I
like
agree.
going to battle. Like if they're gonna let you use those weapons, then why wouldn't you take them? You know, it's
I'm
like
not going to battle.
I am in
No,
like 3 weeks.
What is this, LARPing?
Well, like if you were like we talked about that earlier too with people, but I think that one of the things that we have to focus on too is what is your end goal? What is it you're trying to accomplish?
That's true.
Because if you're like, oh, I don't use any gear, well then if you're gonna go compete, you should compete raw. But I think that in training, like people go, oh, it's a training aid, or you're being a pussy, or that's cheating. It's like, you know what, man? Like, prove it on the bar. Do you outpull me? Do you outsquat me?
This is a
And if the
sport.
answer,
At the end of the day, it's a sport.
The
We're not
answer is
gonna-
yes. You
Yeah.
can say, okay, that whatever. But you know what? You're not me.
We're not going to take a Honda Civic to a NASCAR
Right.
race.
No.
And
At the end of the day,
That's
this
exactly,
is the sport.
that's exactly what I was
And then
saying.
at the end of the day of that you just said, it's
What day is this?
I don't know. At the end of that day though,
It's going up.
at the end of the Tuesday, it's just fucking lifting weights.
Get him,
Relax.
get him, get him.
Relax.
No,
It's not a
thank
big
you.
deal.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
People make it into religion. Deadlift
Yeah, I
bar,
don't-
stiff
I don't
bar,
get it.
monolift, walkout, belt. Just fucking
At the
do.
end of the
Do,
day-
do you,
I
boo
do
boo?
Do you, boo?
That's what we say. Super
It's
train.
like-
Do you, boo boo?
Yeah, I mean, I
Exactly.
think it doesn't matter, you know, like you said, it depends on what federation you're in and what they're allowed. It's like, oh, well, I pull on the stiff bar and I pull on the deadlift bar. I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. I can't use the deadlift bar in USAPL. I have to use the stiff bar. That's just what it is, you know.
Preach.
If you have that much time to talk shit about somebody else, you're obviously not invested that much in your own training.
Exactly.
Oh, that was good.
No, it's the truth.
That was good.
Like, I'm gonna go look at what everyone's doing, talk shit, because I'm not
I'm a
worried about
loser.
myself.
Just go do it.
Would you guys say that pre-workouts help your lifts?
You like some pre-workout, huh? You're talking to the king of pre-workout.
You're the king of pre-workout?
Yes.
Why? Well,
I want to know why, too.
why do you take so much pre-workout? And why are you the king?
Okay, so I don't know if I'm the king. That's cool. That's a cool.
No, we're at a powerlifting meet. This is probably 2 years ago. Your wife might have been competing, and I was just handling people. It was at Super Training, so I was hanging out.
Yeah.
And one of the guys was like, "Hey, Mike, like I have no caffeine." I was like, "Oh, dude, I don't know." I was like, "Ding, Charlie." I was like, "Hey, buddy, like, hey, man, like one of these lifters needs caffeine." He's like, goes to his bag, he has like 4 different options. Not like one, like, oh, I have this in my gym bag. He's like, this if he needs this if he needs this, this if he needs this, and probably this one for today, or these 2. I was like, money.
Why? Why is it so intense?
Okay, so to understand where we're at, we have to understand like how it began. So my dad he's a grandmaster, competes in bodybuilding. I think just won this last weekend.
Oh, congrats, Dad.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. Shout out to my dad, bronze god. Anyways, my dad, when I was 13, a freshman in high school, when I was playing football, would give me the ABB Labs Rip Fuel, and at that time it had a Fedra in it.
And you're in
That's
high
like
school.
speed stuff.
I'm in high school, yeah.
Wow.
I'm a 13 or 14-year-old freshman year, and my dad's training partner was one of my freshman coaches. So before the game, they would make me drink it, and so there was a Fedra, caffeine, everything in it. So from a very young age, I've always had a relationship with training and stimulant. And so for me, because at that age I was taking those kinds of stimulants, as I got older, like it almost became weird. Like training didn't feel the same if I didn't have like something before I train. So it's a hard thing, but I don't think people should rely on it. It's just kind of where I'm at now. I've backed off of that because of a little bit. I backed off of it because I'm a tested athlete as well through USA Weightlifting, through USADA and different organizations. So sometimes a pre-workout will say it has these things and then say some like proprietary blend, and you don't want to like gamble with that. So a lot of times out of season, I'll still train and take stuff, but you have to be very careful with that, I've learned. But I love pre-workout. I think it's amazing. Anything that can make you that fired up and get you going, like when the niacin hits, you start to like tingle. You get like a
beta alanine.
Beta alanine. Yeah. You start getting like
when you hit your face
NO,
like this, like
you like
you
NO.
keep going.
Yeah, like,
You
you feel
keep
like you feel like a pump. Like you feel like you feel like your body just feels awesome. And it's just like,
You're like a
I
god.
am ready to like crush weights.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Now, the bad part about that is that it's been really hard to stop taking pre-workout.
mentally addicting, not physically addicting.
It's mentally addicting, not physically addicting. And then it became a
because you
situation.
want the same level of stimulus every time.
and then you need more.
Say I'm tired, right? Say I'm tired, I'm driving off through the grapevine from an event or doing something.
Which is super boring if you guys don't know the grapevine.
Well, then it's like, well, what am I gonna do? Well, if I drink like a Red Lion or I drink a Monster, like I'll kind of be awake, but whatever, you know what I mean, it is that I'm taking really wakes me up. Then all of a sudden you're taking pre-workouts outside of training, and it's just a slippery slope.
Pre, mid, post workout.
Yeah. So I would just say like you have to be careful with it. The best thing I think you could take before training is the PR blend from Caffeine and Kilos, or if you already eat our bar, the C&K bar. Those are both really good, and they're also organic superfood. Yeah, really awesome.
Amazing. Amazing.
I mean, I'm on the same page as him. I used to take like up to 2 scoops of pre-workout.
That's it?
No, I would actually
That's
take.
it?
I would take like 2 more after that, and I would take like 2 more after that.
Wait,
like,
what's
for
the
me.
prescribed amount? Because I'm not a pre-workout.
Just like
Wait,
one
for
or
a
two.
normal person or for like a
It depends on the thing, but it's probably one to two.
one little.
Well, it depends on the maker.
the prescribed, like what they
Yeah.
say is
Yeah,
prescribed?
yeah.
Oh, like doctor's recommendation. They don't know anything about training. They might say 1.
Most boxes probably say 1 to 2.
I think it's just like a general.
What's the
recommendation.
what's the most you've ever taken? Like not because you messed up or whatever, but you're like
Because
I don't feel it.
I've taken.
Go ahead, you go.
Okay, and if you top it. I've taken 4 scoops, 2 scoops of one pre-workout, 2 scoops of another. Put that in a Trenta coffee, drank that with a nitric oxide in it. That would probably be like the most I've taken at one setting. That wasn't for the continue to the training session.
Not the day. That's like
that was
one.
to start the party.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
like
I think
That's
I've taken up to like
intense.
3 Monsters and maybe anywhere from 6.
Monster's water.
6 to 8 scoops of pre-workout as well.
6 to 8.
We don't recommend it anymore.
Don't do it.
No, at all.
No, you'll have a heart palpitation.
Don't do that.
You can't.
Learn
you
from
can
our
have a heart
mistakes.
attack.
Oh no,
Yeah.
tons of people die.
No, it's not healthy. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not only can you not die,
but it's just what we've done.
you can die, but
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I don't do that anymore.
No, I don't do
either.
that anymore.
I've done the same thing. I try to taper off of like the energy drinks on the side and stuff, and like I definitely feel better. And I actually tapered off because I didn't feel the same. You know, I didn't get that
Yeah, you
like
get used to it.
I didn't get that high from the
tolerant.
caffeine, and I love it.
That's why I have 4 different kinds of bottles.
Yeah, I
switch
love
them up.
feeling like I need to try those.
You can overdose on caffeine.
Shit, I
just
think
so
for
you
me
know.
because
Really?
it's.
Yeah.
I think for me because
Not you,
it's.
but other humans can.
Dang, that is crazy. No, for me, since it's such a mental game, I feel like mentally I'm way stronger than any protein. I mean, any pre-workout that I'll ever take.
So you don't like it?
That's how
Well,
I
I
think.
can't. I can't do
You
it
don't
because
take
I'm.
anything,
I
huh?
think because I'm
Yeah.
over analyzing and
Coffee.
I'm like, yo, I don't feel anything. Like you're talking about tingling, whatever. I don't feel it. I'm like, this whatever you're describing sounds like my adrenaline. So I'm like, I can produce that naturally. Why do I need to take some shit? And then I'll take it and I'm like, I knew it wasn't gonna work.
So you take coffee?
I used to be
I
really
just drink
against
coffee,
it though.
Monster or Red Bull
Yeah.
at the most.
Yeah, I'll do an energy drink or coffee.
But it just
Pre-workouts
never
on my
works.
gut.
It's funny.
I'm open to it, but it just doesn't work.
Like my wife is a complete opposite of me, and right now I actually think pound for pound she's stronger than me. She doesn't drink any pre-workout. She like only drinks organic protein. She's like super meticulous about what she puts into her body. She still eats like crap because she has to keep weight on, but whereas I'm like, oh my, I need to stop to get some caffeine before I train. Like I need it. It's almost like a chemical dependency almost. I think.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Or like an oral fixation.
I don't feel
Yeah.
like
That's
yeah.
it.
Do you not know vocab? What the
Oh, I
hell?
know vocab. I know oral fixations.
I just like
You're
feeling
weird.
mentally focused. I love the feeling of the itch from the beta alanine. I love like the
itch?
Yeah, you never felt it?
You
No.
tingle. Your face feels
it's
really
great.
weird.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
I
Like
love
this.
it. I mean, I know some people don't like it, but the fact that I can feel the caffeine running through my body, it makes me feel more pumped up, you know? And more zoned in, you know? And I like feeling more awake. I like feeling
Like a
completely
superhero.
Well,
Yeah.
like a nitric oxide, like
Yeah.
it actually works, and you can feel it.
Vasodilates you.
You
Yeah.
can see it. Like you're like, dude, I like everything. It's like
vascular.
pumped. I'm ready
Yeah.
to rock. Feels good.
Because you can actually see like the vasodilation, and you can see all your veins getting pumped up and everything. You feel a lot more full, and like that's the best feeling ever.
Powerlifting,
The bump.
bodybuilding. I wouldn't suggest that for anything that you have like a huge aerobic capacity for. Like
Yeah.
like CrossFit, you cannot do that. Like
No,
you'll
'cause
die. Your
you'll
heart will
die.
explode.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times athletes, Mike, you probably can speak to this too. Athletes in sports where maybe you only have 9 lifts for the day, it's almost sometimes I believe can become a necessity because you can get flat in between flights, in between
absolutely.
lifting, and your output has to be 100% instantly at this
single
time.
It can be a long day.
It can be a long day. Whereas, like, I think that the training stimulus you get from something more aerobic based, you take less because you're like warm all the time. You're still
Yeah,
going.
It's
you wanna
more of a
pace
marathon.
yourself.
More marathon.
That's
Yeah,
how I use it.
Yeah, it's just like the pace of whatever you're doing, like endurance, marathons. I don't really suggest that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe like if it's a more mild one, I think it would be pretty good. but-
Caffeine is a performance-enhancing drug.
Yeah. sure.
It's known as one, and there's tons of different things. Pain tolerance, obviously,
It's
energy.
number one ergogenic in the world.
Right. So for like training, I'll do coffee, maybe an energy drink, but I like to in prep just stick to coffee. And then game day, like you said, because it's such a long day,
I'm like
I'll go
you.
like 1 or 2 energy drinks that
Yeah.
day.
I'm
And,
with you.
You guys eat the bars. Mark eats the bars. he
Yeah,
says,
yeah,
The
I'll snack
peppermint
on the bar.
ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to try those bars.
They're good.
No, you can't.
Sorry. But I have removed some of it as
Yeah.
well because I have gotten headaches from too much caffeine as well. Like
Yeah, you can get like a headache.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
water up.
Yeah.
You gotta water up. It's like drinking. Like if you take a shot of alcohol, you need to drink a glass of water. So if you hit your pre-workout hard, but you're not following up with water, I have a whole science. I'll show you later.
Wow, you're a pro.
yeah.
Well, let us know about your pre-workout intake, or if you have any other questions, write them in the comments below. Like the video, share it with your friends. Until next time.
Deuce deuce.
There you go. I never really get that intense because
I'm fired up now. I want to train.
No, me too.
Because I've trained with Bart, and Bart's that type of intensity guy. Like
Yeah.
this fucking rep, like your life is on the line. If you don't get to, you're fucking die. And for me, I'm just like, whoa, like it's all. I mean,